What up, y'all? This is comedian CP, man, and welcome back to the CP Podcast, a.k.a. the Only Child Syndrome Podcast, man. My name is comedian CP. I already said that. And this is Maya over here. Maya's very smart. She's going to provide all the smartness. And then we got Amir on the boards providing the facts, the cold, hard facts. He got the Gucci bucket on with the Gucci bucket on. Low, And another one. I don't know. I'm happy to be back, man. Yeah. How you guys been doing?
Good.
Good.
Very good. Very good.
Good.
Had a great
You guys
week.
look good. You guys look like y'all been eating chicken.
Yeah. I stepped on the scale and I was surprised.
Word.
In a good way, though. In a good way.
Okay.
You put on weight?
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know. I'm not tracking that. And I look at myself every day. I don't see it. So
You put it on?
I put weight on, yeah.
Nice.
But I never weighed that much anyway, so.
Can I tell y'all, I played in the Netflix Is a Joke celebrity basketball game.
Yeah?
And I hit a 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can you say who you're playing against? Like, is that a...
No, it was like a bunch of agents. Like it was like the comedians against the agents and the lawyers and all of that. A lot of the big name comedians who were supposed to be on there, they didn't show up. But it meant a lot to me, so I showed up. But I was late. Like I was late today. And then but I was late and
Did y'all win?
no, we lost.
Because all your star players didn't show up.
Right. But we had a good run, man. I came in off the street. I didn't stretch. I didn't do anything. They put me in the game. I still had my jewelry on. Hit a 3. It was very heroic, man. I jogged back so smooth. I was like, And then I thought about like, dang, I always wanted to hit a 3 and do this, but I forgot. So I tried to hit another 3, but I missed that bitch. And I was ready to have my shit cocked. I was gonna be like, bah! But I hit another 3. I didn't hit another 3. Hit that 3, a couple dimes. You know what I'm saying? And I sat my ass down, man. My back was hurting and shit. So I went and got I went and got an LA Fitness membership. I'm about to start working back out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm about to see what I can do. See if I can transform my body.
We used to have LA Fitness. They're good. They're
It's
good. Yeah. Which one are you going to go to?
I don't want to say because I don't want motherfuckers trying to stop me and shit. They're trying to come up there.
I'm going to try to see you on the court. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. Nigga, I'm trying to work out on my own. But yeah, man, I felt so stiff out there. Like, damn, man, I'm getting old, man.
You got to keep stretching.
I know. That's crazy. That's how people get old. But all right. I remember, I tell you what, there was a time when a black man couldn't even get apple pie. You had to get a peach pie. Peach cobbler is what they called it. And so with the peach pie, like old niggas be like, you be like, nigga, this turn. They be like, I don't want to be like that, man. So
Stretch every day. Like, seriously, even if it's just for 5 minutes, because you don't want to have to get something out of the back seat of your car and then you throw out your whole back.
right.
Like, little things are the biggest injury causers. You got to put your shoes on real quick and then you, like, do something.
See, I ain't trying to be that, dog. Man.
I'm a big proponent of fitness.
Really?
I think it's a lifestyle. Yeah.
So what you be doing?
Oh, man. So I do my dance. I have dance class.
Okay. What kind of dance? I didn't know you was dancing.
Afrofusion.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah. So that's like, it's a lot of the different kind of African dances, but mixed with hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's all hip hop dancing is anyway.
yeah. And you see it comes from the African dances. And she teaches us like, okay, well, this is a celebratory dance or this is a dance in mourning and this is what we're doing. And I had to miss last week because we had the podcast, but tomorrow I'm able to go and...
So you go on Thursdays?
I go Thursdays, yeah. And she's really, really good. And then, so I got my dance, and then I do my ice skating.
Okay.
That's pretty consistent. You got to do that like 3-4 times a week if you want to maintain.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you don't get hurt out there and all of that. You got to kind of... I'm saying like you do it 3-4 times a week so that you stay fluid and you don't... That's how you get hurt. Slacking and doing it 1 or 2 times, right?
A lot of people, they get hurt their first day because they think they can do stuff. Like, they see us out there spinning and jumping around, and they're like, well, I can spin and jump around. And these people just came for a public session. Like, it's their friend's birthday party. Like, oh, I'm going to try something in these rink skates. Don't even fit their feet. Like, I'm going to try something fancy. And then half an hour later, got to call the ambulance, got to take them off the ice.
Damn.
Yeah, I've been around for numerous ambulance calls for people who thought they could do tricks as a first-time public skater.
What? Why the fuck do you think you could do tricks on some ice? A car can't even do nothing on the ice, and you out here trying to, man, people crazy, man.
Well, you can do it. Like
You
I
can't,
see
no, you
people.
can't. It's impossible to do tricks on the ice. It's impossible to do tricks on ice. I never. If I see somebody do tricks on ice, really, you're a witch. This lady can slide upon the ice ever so fancy. I don't trust it. But no, I don't,
And then you got to do you got to maintain muscle and you got to maintain stretching. So it's a whole thing. It's a lifestyle. I think most people, if they were to work out regularly, would be very fit and attractive. And I mean most people. I mean 95% of people, if they were to work out regularly for like 5 years, would be super hot.
Damn, that's lit. I know I would. I'd probably go crazy. Yeah, like Michael B. Jordan. I just don't be giving a. Well, let me stop. I gotta stop speaking like that. I just, I gotta get on it, man. I want to be able to be mobile and be around and be, so I got to get on it. Anyway, what's the topics for today?
Well,
As I'm about to eat another snack duo from the kitchen. Go ahead.
I got some Starburst here if you want snacks.
Now I need like some chips or some shit or a bagel or like a sandwich. Go ahead.
Oh, they probably got lunch, but yeah, we'll grab that after. UFO hearings are starting in the House next week.
As pertaining to what?
UFOs.
What do you mean by hearings though?
They're gonna hold hearings in this committee
To decide what to release.
They're just gonna talk about it, everything that's been made public. Let me bring this up here. So basically, a process for identifying these phenomenon, analyzing that information in a more proactive, coordinated way than has been done in the past. So the House is going to call the Pentagon up and ask them questions, like a House hearing. Like, what is going on with all this information you've been releasing? 144 reports of unidentified aerial phenomenon since 2004, and they could explain only one. So the congressmen are going to call them up and be like, yo, what's up with all this UFO stuff?
Right. I mean, then they going to be like, nigga, it's in the pages. Don't call here no more.
You can't say that in front of the House. I think you get, like, charged.
Shit. That's why a nigga like me not in the office. I'll be like, hey, they be catching me up with all kind of shit. All we got to do is call them, watch him cuss us out. Watch this. He's going to curse us out. Trust me. Call him on speakerphone. I'll fall for it the first time. Hello? The fuck y'all want? Yeah, we just want to know what's up with the UFOs. Did y'all read the pages? We did. We was going to do a more constructive. Okay, click. Fuck off my goddamn phone with that bullshit. Y'all read the goddamn pages. Now y'all want to ask. Call back. They're here. They're here and they're ready to kill you.
Hey, I mean, I think a lot of stuff that's in those pages, they black it out sometimes. They don't put all the information.
So what are they? So, I mean, but of course, because it's classified.
Well, the congressmen
People
say we
want
deserve
stuff
to know.
unclassified so much, boo. But what would you do? What would you do if you found out the truth was that even you're an alien? Like, if the truth was that the aliens came down a long time ago and they've been breeding with us for a long time ago, and you do a 23andMe and they could do a real breakdown, and some of us got alien blood. That's why we got big ass heads and stuff.
Are you saying I have a big ass head?
No.
I have a bigger forehead than average.
You think so?
I think so.
You think your forehead big?
My forehead not big?
I don't think your forehead's big.
Amir, is my forehead big?
Amir got a bucket hat on. People with bucket hats be having the most forehead. You put that bucket hat off, he'd never stop pulling it off. Like, more and more forehead under my bucket. But no, I don't think your forehead's big, Maya, at all.
Okay.
I know people in the comments don't. They could be like, oh, Maya, so perfect. That smart ass forehead. That's a smart forehead. She got a smart forehead. CP's forehead is gets on my nerves. I'd be like, all right.
No. But I mean, if people were part alien, I don't know that it would make a difference. They found out we were part Neanderthal a little while ago.
That's just trying to give props to the Neanderthals. I ain't part shit of them. That's some white people who are hairy. That ain't all of us. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many of them are just thriving in their little hairiness. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing? We need to watch them. They might be the ones, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's white people
Yeah.
because of European descent.
Yeah. I think a caveman would be a school shooter. You put him in at school and he's having a hard time with that algebra. He like, man, fuck this. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know about this. There's a Republican down here, Republican Rick Crawford. He says that this is a waste of time. We have more important things to worry about with the hypersonic weapons. But, I mean, we deserve to have that answer, too. Is this Chinese technology we're seeing, or is this a UFO?
China and Russia are developing hypersonic weapons. And then Biden administration leaking alleged U.S. military operations in Ukraine. Oh, God. Are you serious, Biden? Jesus Christ. Don't tell me Biden is sending faxes because that's how old he is. Send a secret fax down to the Ukraine. Very secret. And in that fax, tell them that we will get some maybe some guns and Oreos if they want some Oreos for the people. And the fuck? Why our shit getting Biden? God damn it.
Well, here's the thing about
Biden
Ukraine.
got all our shit on the floppy disk.
Yeah. It's
Go
in
ahead.
our interest to give them weapons and weaken Russia. That's like in our international interest. Is
Right,
to
but if
stay
we get
off
caught
it.
doing that, then we're going to have to go to straight smoke with them motherfuckers over there.
We just so don't get caught.
And Putin got Organism 46B. You know how that is. And I'm not.
The thing is, don't get caught. Send them weapons and don't get caught.
Right, but why we got to, I hate to be on the sneaky side. Like, we got to be the ones just, hey, y'all want some guns? We can sneak them. It's like, I thought we was all powerful. Nobody's scared of us no more. That's kind of the problem.
Because he threatened us with nuclear weapons. He's in a corner. Okay, what it's looking like now is that their military isn't as strong as they made it out to be.
Who?
Russia.
That's because they just bullshitting. They know they can't send their whole, I don't know.
I don't think it's as strong as they made it out to be by a long shot. Their birth rate is low. Like, they're taking washing machines. Like, we thought Russia was this big thing, and now we're seeing that Ukraine is actually holding them off and beating them back. And we're like, oh, my God. Y'all can't even take Ukraine?
And we like, yeah, Ukraine, yeah. You know how it be when you see a little nigga you kind of fuck with, and he's scrapping somebody you don't give a fuck about, but he start with it, you like, okay, man, yeah, fuck it, yup, he beat your ass, yup, he fucked you up. I don't want to hear it, no, because he little as hell. He was hanging with you. That's right, hey, dog, come on, let me go to the store. Fuck it, and that's how you do. And that's exactly how they doing, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, man, so let's step in and whoop Russia's ass for real. Or we don't want that. Why we don't want that? If they look so weak, why we still scared of the smoke?
Nuclear weapons.
Man, I thought was that you that said the aliens came down and this?
Yeah, but that's just a joke. The aliens are going to come and interrupt. We can't bet on that.
They did it before, apparently.
I don't know.
They set that shit down for like 10 days.
I don't know. I hope this doesn't pop off into World War III. But yeah, in a ground war with Russia, like the U.S. it would be a week. Like the U.S. would wipe the floor with them.
You think so?
NATO? Because we are the last line. It would be all of NATO and all of Europe, and we're just here like, all right, well, whatever. Every single
and we
world
just
war.
come in like, yeah, everybody did. We just killed 13 niggas, and then we do the interview. Well, y'all know what it was. You know, we had to do what we had to do. As you can see. Everything is secure over here. Look at our Jeeps. These are still brand new. You know, people said we had 2 black eyes. Where they at, though? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, like, I don't know. You know.
We do that in every single world war.
That's dope. That
And
is
we
the
wait a year to get in, and then we come in, and then we just blow them over, and then we're like, we won that war.
we come in with a gun in one hand and a Capri Sun in the other hand. We just like, mm, mm, this is fun. Yeah, other niggas been on the ground with bayonets on their guns and shit and eating rations. We got our war is sponsored by Pizza Hut. You know what I'm saying? War brought to you by Pizza Hut and Subway. Eat fresh and kill. They over there were like, man, we had good ass subs. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I feel you. America gonna make everything fun. I don't give a fuck what we do, and I do respect that. America gonna make everything fun. Like, man, you know, they just spoil. I was at Disneyland with my kids, and they got this app where either you can skip the line by buying a pass, or they give you games to play while you in line to pass the time. We can't even wait in line. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, we just so spoiled, man.
You're spoiled, spoiled,
Spoiled.
spoiled.
They sell balloons inside balloons. They sell bubble machines, these little wands, and every little girl want one. And they got a princess on it. You just press the button, and bubbles just shoot out of it like a machine gun. These kids not even blowing their own bubbles anymore. Remember, all we had was you had to run the thing around like this, then
You gotta blow the bubbles.
yeah, and it'd be a bunch of little stank breath bubbles floating around. Somebody, a
Tank
pop
breath,
was,
no.
pop was like, ooh,
No.
ooh, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like
no.
none of that, man. These kids ain't got to experience that, man. I remember being a little kid at a barbecue, and you go in the bathroom, there'd be a cigarette butt in the toilet, and you just pee that bitch around the toilet. But that was fun, man. Like that never happens anymore. It's just so much shit that just don't happen no more, man. It's fucked up.
I have a story that's going to be of a lot of interest to you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so they found this underwater. It's not what it looks like though.
Is that a road?
They called it, and they were joking. They said the yellow brick road to Atlantis, but they say it's actually a natural rock formation. Where's my?
Hmm.
Here we go. So doesn't it look like a road though? But they say it's something to do with the way the lava cools. So this was in Hawaii, and I'm gonna butcher this, so be patient. In the Lili Okalani Ridge at the Papahuana Mokakwakia Marine National Monument. So this is way underwater. But doesn't it look like? Let's get to these pictures.
It just looks like a road. But I could also, I mean, I kind of could see it being some lava, I guess, in a couple of areas, but I don't know, dog. Okay, they. I mean, of course, it ain't the goddamn yellow brick road for real. But damn, do look like a yellow brick right there.
I mean, it's
Is there did they get the yellow brick road from Atlantis? The story of the yellow brick road from that?
oh no. The Atlantis story. The Atlantis story is different. The Yellow Brick Road though, that's from the Wizard of Oz, and they say, well,
No. I know that, but I'm saying like, is that something that where it's like the idea from the Wizard of Oz came from the story that Atlantis had a yellow brick road that went to it? Is that like a folklore? You know what I'm saying about that?
I didn't see that.
Okay.
So this is, and people are like, oh, first off, if there was an Atlantis, Plato talks about it. It was probably in the Mediterranean or around there because they say it went to war with Athens.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what they say Atlantis looked like. Maybe I can find this online.
Right. I heard about that. Like with the circles.
Yeah, so that's a book. So let me try to find this online.
And they say they found it off the coast of something, like in the Middle East.
Oh, Göbekli Tepe? I don't know if that was. Are you talking about Göbekli Tepe?
I think so.
See, I don't know if they've ever pinpointed Atlantis clearly. Now they did find Göbekli
But it
Tepe.
does look very easy to sink. It looks like, you know what I'm saying? Like the way they got it set up with those water rings.
They say an earthquake sunk it,
I could see that.
which which could happen.
But that's crazy. Like it happened so long ago that they question its existence. Like there was never an Atlantis. Like my nigga, I was there. Atlantis was lit. They had a casino. It's just gone.
So let me. Oh, what did I do that for? Let me pull this up. It's basically what I just showed to CP. That would have
Yeah.
looked like that.
Yep.
So an earthquake would have sunk it. I'm like, yeah, I guess. But then maybe not land around it. It would have had to been in the water.
But just like, how is that city even practical?
I don't know if they made this. Now, we
Are
do
those
know.
like homes on the out? Like they all have like?
Let's see.
Is that what that is? Because there's places like that, like Star Island and all that kind of stuff.
You know the technology they would have to have
To do what?
to do that in that time? Now, that being said, the whole Earth
Right.
did shift like 5,000 years ago, and whatever civilization was in the Sahara probably got destroyed. So
Why
the
did-
Sahara
why did-
wasn't always the Sahara.
So why did the Earth shift though?
It just shifted by like 5 degrees on its axis.
Mm.
So when that happened, that's how the Sahara was created. So before that, like we don't know what's under the Sahara. It could be anything. So we don't know if there was a civilization under there, and then it was able to do this. But he says it was an earthquake, and he says that they were at war with Athens, which means that puts them in the Mediterranean area. Now, also around 1200 BC, the whole of the Mediterranean civilization collapsed.
You think that they was fucking with nukes back then, and we don't know?
I don't know if it was nukes. They say it might have been sea peoples that did it, the people that came from the sea. And they say that's it's called the Bronze Age collapse. And it's probably one of the more scary things in history because they had like a global society, globalist society. Everything was interconnected. It was pretty advanced. And then around 1200, 1177 BC, it just all came crashing down. And so that's where they say the ancient city of Troy was from, because they thought that was a myth too. And now
Right.
they found Troy, and they're like, Troy is not a myth.
Oh shit.
So
So that mean that if Troy is not a myth, then a lot of these other places might not be myths either, because they were all represented as kind of like battling each other and kind of existing at the same time.
yeah, so there's a good chance we'll find Atlantis.
I feel like they just found Atlantis though.
No, because this is in Hawaii. This here is in Hawaii.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
So there could have been something over here as well, because we don't know. Like, if they don't have for sure what went on in Europe and they were taking notes this whole time, how are they gonna know what's going on in the middle of the Pacific and they didn't even know about it?
Right. Damn.
So that's interesting news that came out this week.
Atlantis looks like a big ass capital city. Like in that picture right there, that Jack Ross, it's like a bunch of museums or a bunch of backs of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of buildings.
That's kind of like how Venice is now. It's like half underwater. Like anything could send Venice, Italy, underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's built like that, maybe that's what.
Have you been to Venice?
No,
I haven't been either.
I want to go so bad. Let me look up for people who are not familiar with the pictures of Venice. So something like this, a city like this is like already half underwater, and they have to maintain it.
Right. I wonder what they do. I feel like bodies could just be dropping in that water all the time. You know what I'm saying? And they just, somebody go missing. They're like, we gotta drain the streets, or comb that shit. That's crazy. They just decided that the streets were just gonna be water, and that's just what it is.
No, the oceans are rising, the water level's rising, so they
So
got to fight back the water.
So wait a minute. So like it just keeps going up and up and up. So people who are on the lower levels keep having to just give up and just be like how often is it going up?
Okay, so Venice's worst case scenario for sea level rise by the end of the century is a startling 120 centimeters, 3 feet 11 inches. So let me see. Is Venice sinking or the water rising? Venice has sunk by about 9 inches since the last century. Meanwhile, the waters around Venice are rising. The notorious acqua alta happens when an unusually high tide combines with strong sirocco and windstorms.
So instead of draining them, so those are streets under there for real.
Yeah.
Like
that's
it used to be a road under there and it's still there.
You know what? That's what I think. Venice before.
Like has Venice ever had roads? Like is it streets under there or is it just straight up the bottom of the ocean under that bitch?
Okay.
Or not the bottom of the ocean, but something. Because they had to build their buildings.
There has been evidence of building Venice on top of lagoons found as early as ancient Rome. Historians have found proof of lagoon landscaping to make an area for fishing and salt pans, indicating there was commerce around these two commodities. And that's from Context Travel. All right. It was constructed in a swampy area.
What?
It says when Venice was first erected, residents chose not to build any property on land. So I don't know. I'm trying to piece this together. Like how back in the day are you actually going to do this kind of construction on water? Let's pull this up so I'm not just reading to myself.
So is at least some roads in Venice, right? If you just late, ain't no fucking getting somewhere. You just got to be late.
Yeah. March 25th, 421 AD. Says it was founded then.
Damn, 421?
Okay.
So that's like...
Oh, so they were getting invaded by barbarians, and so they fled to the marshland. So that's why it was founded on marshland. But it was shallow. How was Venice? See, this is what's getting me. It's like, how did they do this with that kind of technology?
Right. How the fuck they build it on that water, first of all, and then second of all, so they basically did it like, imagine you running from zombies and they can't go in the water, so you just kind of build water around yourself. It's not worth it. As soon as like, how do you even get there?
Well, it says
they got an airport.
Probably, or nearby. Italy's not as big as Venice.
That's crazy. I know it sounds stupid as fuck asking that, but how do you get there? And do they have cars? You wouldn't even have no car over there. You gotta have a boat. That just seemed like it's like, all right, man, this shit is a bit much.
It says it has an airport, Venice Marco Polo Airport.
The Marco Polo Airport?
Venice Marco Polo Airport. That's what I'm looking at right now.
That's what's up.
So it seems though they built it here.
Oh, they got some cars around there somewhere.
Yeah. The whole, like maybe the original.
That's a lot of land. Okay. All right. Yeah, that made me feel a little better. I'm like, man, what the fuck? They just got a goddamn a little jet ski city.
Yeah. So they said they built in the water. It was more stable than building in the swamp. Okay.
That's what's up. This is one of the more miraculous white people things that I've seen.
Romans were impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Romans could do some stuff.
Like what? What else they do?
Oh my God. Okay, so this was 400
How long it taking to build that city? Like 2 days? I'm like, God damn, hurry up.
Does Venice flood? Okay. Well, Romans in their heyday were known for being able to build stuff quickly, like their army. One time, this is what Caesar did. He was going up to be like, "Yo, I'm Caesar," because the Germans were acting up. He's like, "Yo, I'm Caesar. Don't act up around me." They were on the other side of the Rhine, and they were like, they were like, "You can't get us over here. I'm on the other side of the Rhine." And Caesar's like, "Yeah, whatever." He built a bridge in the Rhine and goes over the water. And someone explained that that was like Independence Day for these barbarians, these Gallic tribes. They were like, "You built a bridge. What are you even doing?" And he went over the bridge and just walked around for a few weeks. He's just like, "I can come to you whenever I want." That's what he was telling them. I can do amazing things and get over here whenever I want, and you
First
can't
of
do anything
all,
about it.
imagine watching somebody build a bridge. For how long it taking to build a bridge?
I would probably a week or two
Yeah,
at
see, you
most.
sitting there watching these niggas hammer it, and y'all ain't getting scared. Y'all just like, and then he walk across it. Oh my God, look at him! It's like, come on, man. Like, old people, these old civilizations, they sound lightweight, slow, a little bit. It's like, come on, y'all couldn't tear that shit down while he was building it. If y'all really gave a fuck.
Well, they were on the other side, so they couldn't even go over. Their best bet would have been to fight him as he got off the bridge.
No, their best bet would have been to sling some of them big ass fireballs at the bridge, like I saw on Game of Thrones. So I know y'all got them. Go in the closet, get the fireballs out, light them bitches up, fling them bitches at the bridge. I mean, what is this, amateur hour? Are we Vikings or are we not? What the fuck? Are we gonna remember the Titans in this bitch or are we not? Pull out the fireballs and fling them bitches, the big earth boogers, fling them.
You should go and lead a barbarian horde.
I mean, if I had to, that's be what the fuck I had to do. Be like, man, y'all listen up. Gather around, gather around, gather around. All right, listen, winter is coming. Man, if I could go back in time travel, I would go back in time and just be like the greatest dude that ever lived. I would take all the knowledge and just go back and just spit game, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
You gotta learn Latin. Or else they'll be like, "What are you speaking?" Even if you went to like English, whatever, our English
They'll
is
see
so
my
different.
shoes and be like, yes, but wait a minute. You're not from here, are you? Then I start doing that, hey, baby, that slide dance. And they be like, what the fuck? And they be like, take me to your leader. Hey, baby, I be sliding up the stairs, like, hey, baby, hey, baby. And they'll be like, sire, a moment later, he's like, you must look. And I'll come in like, hey, baby. He's like, what? And he give his papers to his assistant like, speak at once, who are you? And I'm like, shut up, bitch. My name's CP, I'm from the future. Who is this you refer to as a bitch? You. Do you know who I am? Yeah, a bitch. Everybody started laughing at that point because it is kind of funny. And then he's like, silence. Niggas still cracking up. A couple niggas didn't stab themselves because their suit is so metal and they bent over laughing. Bam, pinched like they like top of their chest off. And he's like, talk to me. And I talk to him and I tell him like, look, you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm from the future. Blah, 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 blah. You see my shoes. You know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm hungry. Ain't nobody offer me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see what the best shit y'all got before I beat your ass. And he's like, I see. And then, you know, we discuss technology and shit. I let him know about PS1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. He probably not be ready for the 5. It's PS1. And, you know, Tomb Raider 2. You know what I'm saying? The classics. And Crash Bandicoot. Even walking back to like NES, you know what I'm saying? You know, Mario Bros. Let him take his time and grow in the video games. But yeah, man, I'll be his best friend. And then I'd be like, I must go to another time zone. Bam, go talk to the caveman. They be like, ooh, boo, boo. Like, shut the fuck up, sit down. They be like, what? And I'm like, all right, look, this what it is. Bam. Y'all gonna need some sharper sticks. Da-da-da-da. And they be like, okay, then I go, bam. And I go talk to the Africans. And I be like, stay the fuck away from the beach. They be like, what? Get your ass back from the beach. And then we never be slaves. And then, you know what I'm saying? Man, please.
You would come back and not exist.
Yeah, I would.
That's true.
I would exist.
You would undo your whole existence because you would
Nah.
That was
never
the whole.
go.
You seen Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole thing in there.
Man, I'd be in Africa, man, running around on the beach with no drawers on, catching the football. on the beach with the ocean in the background, laughing. Africa's so fun. We're rich. You know what I'm saying? Never know nothing about this. But here we are on these Apple computers doing podcasts and not in Africa or Africa.
Where's Africa?
What? You don't know about Africa?
Where's Africa?
It's a joke that I do, but it's like basically a place where black people and Latinos can go, and we take everything that we invented. We have our own place for where we can be ourselves and we can thrive, and everything is, and white people they're invited because you can't not invite people to your continent, right? But then they might get oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, like if I was so oppressed, then I would do stuff like, you know, I would redline them so they could only live in the poorest neighborhoods. Then I would go into those neighborhoods and take like the most ignorant people out of there and give them record deals, and then make them be like the example, like for the race. And then I would, take their biggest and strongest warriors, and then I would sign them to like sports deals,
Nice.
and then let them move out here by us and not them, so that they could see what it's really like to live good and have fresh produce and fresh vegetables and barbecue, because it is Africa. And then, just it'll be a lot of keeping me in mind, high and mighty, and everybody who's not a minority. I don't know what to tell you.
But then they would be the minority.
Exactly. It's just a place where we can go and get retributed for everything that was done to us, and have a chance to really stand on top of the food chain. And it's called
Hey,
Africa.
man, I don't see anything could happen any amount of time. That might happen here. That might happen here in 100 years.
Yeah.
Put your mind to it.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like 10 days, B.
What happened in 10 days?
Oh, no, that's just a saying when you want something to happen real quick. It was on Paid in Full. It's so funny that you don't know that. Paid in Full is a movie with Mekhi Phifer and Cameron and Wood Harris. Really?
2002. Oh, I'm going to tell you. Okay, when was this release date? So 2002. I was in Pakistan from
What
2000
were you
2002.
doing in Pakistan?
You didn't know I was in Pakistan?
No, I don't know. Who just did? Did you know she's in Pakistan?
Not till today.
Yeah. My mom was doing research for her doctorate.
Of
So her
course she
dissertation.
was.
Yeah.
You look like a kid of a research person
Yeah. My
in a
mom
great
was-
way possible.
Yeah.
That was dope.
Yeah.
What kind of research was it?
Linguistic anthropology, language.
Mm.
So how the language broke off, because if you trace back Hindu, you trace back English, you trace back German, it all goes back to this one language called Proto-Indo-European, which is called Pi. And we're like, well, who are those people? And where do they come from? So she was researching Urdu, trace it back to Pi, and try to figure out where everyone all broke off from.
Mm. And what does she think? Does she think aliens?
No, she didn't. She always thought that there was a chance that we were on our second go around, or third or fourth go around.
What do you mean go around? Second, first go around of what?
Well, like we were talking about before, like we don't know what's under the Sahara, because when the Earth tilt shifted, it destroyed an entire civilization.
Well, when it shifted, what it did was it pulled all the water out of there.
Yeah.
Of the Sahara. So like you could tell that a lot of the Sahara is like an ocean floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that when the earth does shift like that, it makes new land. It makes new, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's different things turn to exist
Yeah.
based on that axis and what gets access to sunlight and oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Versus what doesn't. And so yeah, I can see that. But
So-
wow.
Yeah, it was really interesting. And September 11th happened, so that was interesting, and we stayed.
Yeah, 9/11 happened. I was in college. It was like my first or second week.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you going to college?
My bad, you asked me a question.
Oh,
I was at Michigan State.
okay. Okay.
Sorry for everybody listening. I'm just crunching. Why you say okay?
Because you were in the States. It's always interesting to hear people's perspective, and they were in the States. I feel like we were we were different. Like we weren't part of the whole patriotic movement immediately
But
afterwards.
it didn't feel patriotic. It just felt you felt very vulnerable. I don't remember flying before that. I do remember how back in the day anybody could just come into the airport and then they could like my parents would come to the gate and watch me fly off at the gate and it's not like that anymore. And because of 9/11, that's what really sparked it off. Like people are going crazy with this flying shit. It has to be only the people whose name is on the boarding pass, who get in here, who we can track and know where they are. Because if not, then it's gonna get it's gonna get wicked. You know what I'm saying? So, that stuff that really changed history forever.
Yeah. Oh, it absolutely did.
You know what I'm saying? Like that really changed a lot of shit forever. So yeah, that was a very big deal. We thought we were under attack, like even in East Lansing. We were like, oh, they coming to East Lansing. I might give a fuck about these damn sheep. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it was like.
And nobody knew. Like we were watching CNN that morning. We were watching it. We were in defense in Lahore, and we were watching, and we were just like, okay, all of America. They got New York. They got D.C. So what's next? Boston. They flew out of Boston. So that's where our people are in Boston. They flew from there and killed a bunch of people coming from Boston. So Boston did kind of get hit.
Was that the one that crashed in Pittsburgh or Pennsylvania?
I think most of those planes came out of Boston.
Because I was in Virginia. I was in first grade. And my parents just came and picked me up. Just randomly. I didn't know what was going on. And I went to my aunt. They went to my aunt's house, and I was like, yo, because I knew about the Twin Towers. I was just in New York like a week before they happened. And the last thing we did before we left was see the we rode right past the Twin Towers. And I was like in the car in the backseat, like, yo, these buildings are like super tall. Like, I never seen nothing like this. And I was on TV just watching it happen. I was like, oh my God. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's why I had never been to New York at that time. I was a freshman in college, and then like right before that or right after that, Aaliyah got killed in that plane crash.
Oh, that's sad.
That was before that. Aaliyah passed away in August, I think.
Oh, she passed away right before?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That plane was too heavy.
Yep.
So it looks like 2 of them came out of Boston. 1 came out of New York. That's the one that crashed in Pennsylvania. 1 came out of D.C. and came right back.
Yeah.
And passed to the Pentagon.
Yep, crashed into the Pentagon.
Yeah, that was crazy. They were like, yo, you guys got to come back because I guess they were starting to plan. They're going to go mess up Afghanistan because you can't just do that to the United States. It's going to come mess somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been fine if they just messed up Afghanistan, but they decided to stay there, which is like, come on.
What do you mean they were going to go mess up Afghanistan?
Because that's where the Taliban were funding the hijackers, even though it was the Saudis. And we know it was the Saudis. So.
On like a back channel?
Yeah. News just broke this week that one of the, I don't know if it was a hijacker or if he was a funder, but he was getting paid by the Saudi government. Now, that's not to say the Saudis knew exactly what was up, but if you're going to talk about who was responsible for what happened, it's more the Saudis than anyone else. But we didn't attack Saudi Arabia because we need their oil.
Gotcha. So the 2 planes that hit the towers came out of Boston.
Came out of Boston, yeah.
What happened in Pennsylvania?
That's the one that got shot down, or they took down. Flight 93.
The people kind of tried to regain control of the flight, but
That's what they say.
it was like a fight or something like that.
The official story is it was a fight. There was a movie with Nicolas Cage. Flight 93. But it's also, did they shoot it down?
Because they definitely were sending them fighter jets out because I heard them in Virginia.
Oh wait, no, it's not. No, it's not with Nicolas Cage. Where's that movie?
What was it trying to hit?
I don't know.
They
Wait,
don't know.
was it coming to
Probably
DC?
going towards D.C., going towards the White House.
White House probably was another target, to be honest.
United 93. Okay, is that the movie we saw? Because Nicolas Cage did the World Trade Center movie. That's why I got confused.
You said what?
Nicolas Cage did a World Trade Center movie. That's why I got confused. For the 20th year of 9/11.
I'm telling you. Think about Passenger 57. Oh, shit. United 93.
Yeah, so they They make this movie and they say, okay, the passengers took it down. I'll believe it. Okay. Like if we need that story, we need that story. But it could have been that they shot it down. That's all.
So what were they trying to? In the movie, they're saying that the passengers let it go down because they were trying to save the White House.
They were trying to save themselves and trying to stop the terrorists. And the terrorists took the plane down rather than be stopped. And so, and then there's another. There's a TV movie that I was looking at.
I was say I've never heard of this movie ever.
You know what gotta suck playing like the supposed terrorist in this movie?
Yeah, and you know that's profiling.
Yeah, but it's like also they gotta take that role like that has to be trash.
Yeah, totally. And like you have to play the rapist, you gotta play whatever. Like anyone who plays that role, and then you're gonna show your family like, yeah, this is me in this movie. I'm a terrorist.
Yeah,
That's messed up though, because in my opinion, like now you're kind of helping people smear everyone that's your color. That's
yeah,
just
it's
my
kinda,
opinion.
It's kind of like a propaganda thing, yeah, for sure.
Kind of like a sellout.
I mean, yeah. Flight 93. So yeah, so that's they came out of Boston. They
Well, it's very peculiar, but I don't want to call it an inside job because I don't know.
It felt like one. For real.
It felt like one though, smelled like one, looked like one, like a motherfucker. But who am I? You know,
there's a lot of questions.
it is a lot of questions. I think that's another conspiracy for another day, and that's a perfect place to leave it. We talked about a lot of shit, but absolutely nothing. It's my favorite kind of conversations where it's like, you know, yeah, it's just like putting your brain on a treadmill. You know, my name is CP. That's Maya. That's Amir, man. CP Podcast. That's what it is. We're out of here. I got to go do roast me. Mahala. Peace.